Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays. Today, I want to show you two collections by the master director Alfred Hitchcock. These are two box sets. One I got recently and one I've had for many years. Actually, the first one I said I've had for couple of years too, but they vary in quality, or they vary in what's on there. So let's start with the first one. This is the Alfred Hitchcock limited edition essential collection. The essential. This was the box set. I got this, oh man, probably 8 years ago. And I upgraded to Blu-ray with this. I got a Blu-ray player maybe 10 years ago, and got rid of a lot of plain DVD copies that I had of like Rear Window and Psycho and North by Northwest and Vertigo. So it was a no-brainer. I got this, and it has the birds. So so up to that time, this was a set that had a lot of stuff on it. Let's see, it came out in 2012, I believe. 2012. So yeah, that's about right. It was out a couple years when I got it. But it's a pretty nice slipcase design. Little slipcase thing. This side's showing North by Northwest, and the opposite is Vertigo. Now it shows the original movie poster with some stuff showing what's on the bonus features for that title. Opens up. I don't know if anything will fall out. Let's see. Rear Window and Psycho, same way. And then the birds, Psycho, etc. And then I must have placed this in here. This is just a single disc release. This must have come with some other set, but it's The Trouble with Harry, which I have on this other set. Let's see if I can fold this back up right. Okay. So yeah, this is just a set. I think there's similar ones like this that they, Universal puts these out a lot. These are the main, his main huge, best known movies. So I think there's a 4K version of this out now where it has either 4 movies or 5. It may not have North by Northwest on it, but this is pretty similar to it, which is, that's what Universal does. It reboxes, does stuff. Sometimes they'll put new footage, sometimes they won't. Which takes me to this set. No, this is an upgrade, plus an addition to a bunch of other movies that I didn't have by Alfred Hitchcock at all, DVD, laser, or anything. These were new to me, so it was a no-brainer to get this box. This is the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece collection, and it's in a hardbound box. Kind of reminds you of a cigar box. And it has some art on the back there, some little scenes from what's inside. It's got the different font there with a knife and different stuff. It's kind of a cool tan color. It opens up. It's a nice slipcase box again. It's got this booklet, which is Master of Suspense and Psycho thing, but it opens up. It's a pretty decent booklet. It's got some film script and storyboard recreations in here, some copies, some costume sketches for each each movie, and and an essay and I guess a rundown of each movie and what's on it, some facts and stuff like that. So we get to The book itself, it's still got recreation of the artwork again, and then on the back it's got Alfred Hitchcock, Master of Suspense. It opens up, and it's one of these sets where you got the slip cases. Let's see, I guess it was probably around the same time Universal released their Universal Horror collection, their famous horror movies of, you know, Frankenstein, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, The Mummy, and The Invisible Man, and that Phantom of the Opera that they always include. It's like, I'd rather see the Hammer remake of the Phantom of the Opera, or stick the Lon Chaney silent 1925 version in there, for God's sakes. It's a Universal movie, but I know that they don't own that title anymore since they let it expire, which was really stupid. But hey, I don't work in the film industry. But anyways, this is how it looks. It's got these little sleeves, which a lot of people hate these, where it kind of slides into this little envelope thing, and people really don't like it because these things wear out, and have the discs, you know, falling out of the set and getting scratched and broken and everything. But I think they first did that on the Universal Horror set that I got. The one that I got then was just the first movies of each one, or something like that. And then recently they did the Universal set where they had all of the sequels to each movie, each Frankenstein, each Dracula, blah blah blah, but they were in their own little cases, their hard individual cases. So this one, it starts with Saboteur from 1942, Shadow of a Doubt the following year, 1943, and Rope. See, we get to Rope, and Rope is wanting to fall out a little bit, so I'm kind of going easy with that. See, I didn't have Rope or any of these. I had Rear Window, of course, Blu-ray and DVD. But yeah, you got your Rear Window again. You got your Trouble with Harry, which I had a loose disc of. Man Who Knew Too Much, which I had never seen the 1956 version before I bought this set. I had held out for so long, I guess because Doris Day was in it, and for some reason I just thought maybe she was going to just burst into song every 5 minutes. But it wasn't like that. It was actually really good. It was a really good remake of his own movie. And he just, you know, did it in color, but the 1934 version is so good. I rewatch that at least once a year, if not more, along with Lady Vanishes and 39 Steps, which are really good. So anyways, yeah, The Man Who Knew Too Much, 1956. Jimmy Stewart, love Jimmy Stewart, so good in so many movies. Doris Day. The next year, or actually 2 years later, 1958, Jimmy Stewart returns with Alfred Hitchcock to do Vertigo. 59, he's got Cary Grant starring in North by Northwest for MGM. Psycho in 1960 with Janet Leigh, Anthony Perkins. The Birds with Tippi Hedren and Rod Taylor. 1964, I haven't seen this movie yet, and I've never had this in a set before. Marnie with Sean Connery and Tippi Hedren. I've heard different things about it, so I'm just going to have to break down in one day, one night, put it on, and watch it and see. I mean, I may like it. I may like it. I felt that way about The Man Who Knew Too Much, the remake, and ended up really liking it. So, 1966, he would team up with Paul Newman and Julie Andrews, of all people, in a movie called Torn Curtain. Now, I haven't seen this movie either, and I haven't owned it before. 1969, a little movie called Topaz, and this time he, let's see, who is it? Who is in it? I almost forgot who's in it. John Forsythe. Yeah, it's like John Forsythe and somebody else. Topaz was kind of that odd movie in his career that, it wasn't really big. I can't remember which one it was that he really just didn't like. It may have been Topaz, or it may have been Torn Curtain. But anyways, next one, 1972's Frenzy. I had saw this before on TV for years. I think I had a copy. I copied it off, DVR'd it, and burned it to disc, and had that, and I watched that for a few years. But yeah, 1972's Frenzy takes place in Britain, and it's a really good movie. It's kind of underrated. It's got a lot of black comedy. It's a little more graphic. It's his first movie with, I think it has some nudity in it. It's graphic. Not, graphic, but graphic. 1976, he's starting to slow down, and Family Plot, which is a, kind of a scheme they bake up, in their head. Karen Black, Bruce Dern, Barbara Harris, William Devine is in that. And that's about it. And then, it got some more artwork, and it says The End. So, to backtrack a little bit, now some of these movies, some of the years that he skipped a year or two in this set, where he worked at another studio, that he did a lot of movies for Warner Brothers, and I have that Warner Brothers Alfred Hitchcock box set that I did a video for some months ago. So if you want to watch the other box I have, check that one out. It shows a lot of his Warner Brothers stuff. I believe North by Northwest, I think, is on that one too. I believe it's not right here for me to grab it, but I really like this. I mean, this is mostly the Universal titles that get re-released and get re-released and get re-released. And as of October 1st, 2020, which is today, the newest incarnation of an Alfred Hitchcock box set of any kind is the 4K set that's out. And it's got like 4 movies in it, The Birds and Psycho and stuff. And I love Psycho, which the next video I'm going to show you tells you why, but I really like Psycho, but for some reason he's so remembered for that movie. He's done so many good movies, it just kind of burns me up sometimes when a whole director's career, he started in the silence in 1925 and ended in 1976. I mean, that's a whole, 50-year career, and he's remembered for one movie, and he pretty much turned out a movie a year for his whole career, so pretty good, if you ask me. But yeah, this is a really good box set. I recommend it. I recommend going on eBay and finding a good lower priced one, because sometimes they sell them. You'll catch a good price on a brand new one. Some of these outlets use eBay as a advertising point, so you're actually buying it from a seller, like a company that's using eBay to sell some titles. But I highly recommend this one. The other one, if you can find it real cheap, pick it up if you don't have those movies, but all of those are on the other set. So I was just showing my box sets that I have. Now this is a documentary that I got a while ago. Now I've been saving it for when I do this video with the box sets. It's a documentary called 7852. Now this is based on the Psycho movie, and the 78 stands for 78 camera setups to get that shower scene. Like, they move the camera somehow 78 times, or they use different cameras. I don't think they use 78 cameras in the shower. They didn't do that. And the 52 is 52 edits. So they edited a piece of some film, some stock film, just roll out, and they cut it 52 edits. They made 52 edits. So if you watch it and you slow it down frame by frame, you can count all that. But they're basically breaking this famous shower scene murder of Janet Leigh down to just a fine art. I mean, they're slowing the frame down and they're counting the edits and they're going to show each time. It's really cool how they broke down how you can break down a scene and study it like that, and it's really good for, you know, film school, you know, teaching how to edit, how to use your camera, how to edit your film, how to make your movie more precise and work for you and your story. So they're basically doing it. But yeah, this is a UK edition. I bought this on eBay. It's released by a company called Dogwolf. That might just be the British distributor, but it's through Art and Milk House Films. It's got a lot of people, filmmakers, actors, critics and fans and everybody appear in this to comment about it and break it down. Jamie Lee Curtis, Eli Roth, Peter Bogdanovich, Bret Easton Ellis, Guillermo del Toro, a bunch of people are in it. It's 91 minutes and it's got about 2 hours of special features on it. So I had to pay like $20 for this, but I was really wanting to see this and stuff, so it's really good. I highly recommend this. Now, if you're an Alfred Hitchcock fan, you probably have all this stuff, but if you're kind of on the fence about what should I buy, because there is a lot of collections out there. Once you get on eBay and you start saying Alfred Hitchcock box set and you're searching, he's got 4 or 5, maybe 6 box sets. And one crazy thing that I found on there that I almost bought was there is a Chinese box set, and it's either I want to say it's Chinese or it's Korean, and it's every one of his films. It's like all of them, like his silent films all the way up to Frenzy, and it's a disc with different artwork, and then it has writing of, you know, Korean or Chinese writing on it. So I don't know the quality, you know, they're DVDs, but if you wanted to get every one of his movies in one fell swoop, and you didn't mind the DVD format, there you go. And it was like $70 or something, but for all of his movies, there's still a lot of movies I don't have. I mean, this and the Warner Brothers set, and that's about it. That's all my Alfred Hitchcock stuff. I think I might have 1 or 2 special editions of some films and stuff, and I think I have North by Northwest on Laserdisc and some other Laserdisc stuff. But anyways, that would be really cool if you wanted to get that, because Universal is just going to keep putting those titles out, or they're going to put less than that out and stuff. And then Warner Brothers, you know, it's Warner Archive now, and they're probably not going to put a big box set of Alfred Hitchcock out. I mean, they might, because they know to sell, but I don't know. There's some options out there, but, you know, if you're, maybe you know Alfred Hitchcock from maybe 5 films, 10 films or less, and you're just like, oh man, I love his films. I love the way, you know, bite the bullet, buy one of these box sets. I highly recommend the second set I showed, the tan case one with all those Universal ones in there. Recommend that, and the Warner Brothers set. There's a couple of films I'm still getting through on the Warner Brothers set. Movies like I Confess, The Wrong Man, Strangers on a Train, which has a deluxe DVD in there. Highly recommend that. What's that one? Murder. Well, a lot of murder. So anyway, guys, there's my sets. I highly recommend them. I really do. You know, I don't know anybody that really doesn't like Alfred Hitchcock that bad. Personally, I don't know anybody. But I mean, I could go ask my kids who Alfred Hitchcock is. They would probably know. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. It's just kind of a wanting to show those sets off. It's really nice. I love Alfred Hitchcock, but I hope you like this episode. And if you want to see more like this, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell up in the corner, and you will be notified when I release a new video. So if you're on YouTube a lot, give you stuff to watch. And I have other videos on my channel, all different similar video formats and stuff that may interest you. And if you like this episode, give me a thumbs up, and comment on what you thought about these sets. And if you know anything about that, if that one set I was talking about, if it was Korean or Chinese, or if you know what I'm talking about, let me know on that. And sometimes they're on there and people buy them and then they're gone, and then there's no more. Like, somebody will put one up for sale, and once it's gone, it's gone. So I don't know where they come from. I have a Roman Polanski set like that, which is really cool. And they're actually they're in good shape. I should have said this already, but I have a Roman Polanski set, and it has all his films. There's a documentary and a bunch of short films also on there, which is really cool. I'm going to show that in the future on a Roman Polanski episode. So, but if it's anything like that, then it's worth the money. It's just to have them all. So if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. I'm not sure if they're bootlegs or what they are exactly, but this one had branding on there and stuff, so I think it's the real deal. So it's just in that market. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time. Be safe out there, and watch good movies. And I challenge you to watch an Alfred Hitchcock movie tonight. We're getting closer to Halloween and stuff. It's fall now. It's getting cold outside, chilly. There's a chill in the air. It's time to watch get into some horror movies and thrillers and stuff. So I challenge you to watch one. And I will see you next time on Dag Films, Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays.